Hi guys, welcome back to the channel for another video. So today I'm with the newly launched Tata Safari Gold Edition that's sitting right behind me. Obviously the car has been launched like last month around Diwali, but I am at Jorhat right now and the car has arrived lately here at the showroom. So special thanks to Pragati Motors Jorhat for allowing me to shoot a video with this car. And if you are from Jorhat, then the showroom details will be given in the description below. Also right now you can see running on the screen. Make an inquiry with the number if you want to buy any Tata product or the Gold Edition that's currently available here at the showroom. So moving forward, today I'll be giving you a brief walk around of the car, like what are the changes that it gets when compared to the regular Safari. Obviously I will be giving you the drive impression, as the car is similar mechanically to the regular model or regular Safari. So moving forward, if you are new to this channel, don't forget to subscribe to the channel and also press the bell notification icon so that you get notified every single time I upload a new video. And don't forget to like the video and also share it with your friends and family. With that said, let's now get started. So like always, starting with the key fobs. These are the two key fobs that you will get with the Tata Safari Gold Edition. Similar to the regular Safari key fobs, yeah, you will see Tata logo to the one side and also 4 buttons to the other side, as you can see here. Lock button, unlock button, follow me headlamp button, and also dedicated button for unlocking the tailgate. Obviously the tailgate you have to lift it up by yourself, it's not electronically opening. Yeah, electronically holding but not opening. But again, follow me headlamp function is there, so you can see the bi-xenon headlights turning on, obviously projector, and it's in the lower beam. Every other thing are like the fog lights are actually halogen. And yeah, you can see the DRLs there up above here, which also acts as side indicators or indicators. So turning off the light. So moving to the front fascia of the car, this is the front fascia. The design overall is similar to the regular Safari. Only visual changes are these gold accents in the TriStar logo here in the grille, and obviously the Tata badging also gets like gold treatment. The Humanity line, Tata Humanity line also gets gold treatment running across the front fascia. The headlights surrounds here also get gold treatment. So everything else is similar. Obviously down under here there is the honeycomb type mesh grille, so split grille type setup. Every single thing like the front skid plate, everything is similar. And yeah, moving to the sides, again you will see gold accents on the door handles there, also to the roof rails there, Safari written there. There are the gold accents. Everything else is similar. So the Gold Edition is available in 2 colors. This is the XG Plus 7-seater variant with manual transmission. Obviously single engine is offered across all the variants of the Safari. The Kyrotech 2-liter turbo diesel engine, 4-cylinder, obviously that means 170 horsepower and 350 Nm of torque. So this particular variant is the 7-seater XG Plus manual transmission variant. Obviously it gets all those traction control, all those sorts of things. So Tata offers the Gold Edition in 2 colors, 2 color combination actually. One is this one, the white one, that gets floating type roof treatment. As you can see, black colored roof, so floating type roof treatment is there, and also gold accents are there, obviously Gold Edition. Then other color option that you will get is fully black color, and that obviously gets the gold accents. So only 2 color options are available till now, like for now. And yeah, this XG Plus variant will cost you around 22 lakhs ex showroom here at Jorhat. So make an inquiry at the showroom for exact pricing details, as the showroom details will be given in the description below. Also you can see right now running in the screen. Now moving to this side, obviously you can see the squared out wheel arches, not exactly squared out like rounded off and squared out, in kind of in the middle. So yeah, the wheels or the tires are from Bridgestone Ecopia tires, and no, these are not all-terrain tires, these are road tires. And obviously the front tire or all the 4 tires section is 235/60 R18, so 18-inch wheels, obviously diamond cut alloy wheels. And yeah, blacked out treatment is given in this Gold Edition. Obviously it's similar to the Adventure Persona Edition. And yeah, front gets ventilated disc, rear gets solid disc. So Safari is offered with 4-wheel disc brakes. Obviously side body cladding you can see running across the whole body of the car. And yeah, auto folding mirrors are there. As I unlock it, you can see the auto folding mirrors, so LED indicators turns on. So moving forward to the dimensions of the Safari, like before I show you, I want to tell about the dimensions of the car. The car is 4661 mm in length, and obviously its width is 184 1894 mm, sorry, the width of the car is 1894 mm and the height is 1786 mm. The wheelbase of the car is 2741 mm. The wheelbase is 2741 mm and obviously the ground clearance of the car is 205 mm, which is actually quite respectable and good. And the car weight of the car is around 1825 kg, so more than 2 tons it will be. And yeah, it's a very big car and seat around 7% and also 6-seater option is available. So moving towards the side profile now, the more gold accents are there, obviously less than the front. And yeah, the door handles here get gold accents, and obviously the roof rails also get gold accent, also get Safari written there. Quarter glass is there for the rear passenger because this is the 7-seater variant. And yeah, everything else is similar to the regular Safari. Magnetically holding fuel filler cap, which actually holds 50 liters of fuel. The fuel tank capacity is 50 liters. Obviously you can unlock that when the car, or you can like open it when the car is unlocked, otherwise you won't be able to open this thing. And yeah, it's made of fiber. This particular part is, there are few fit and finish in Tata cars because they have a signature thing, right, like for fit and finish. So as you can see, little bit of fit and finish is there. This car will cost you more than 22 lakhs or on road around 25-26 lakhs and even then. So here also you can see little bit of paint comes to the black part here to the bumper. So fit and finish issue will be there in Tata cars. Doesn't matter if even if they make 30-40 lakh rupees car. So moving to the sides again, the rear wheel obviously similar to the front wheel, 18 inches, 230/60 R18 tire section, and obviously rear solid steel disc brakes are there. ABS EBD is like standard across these cars nowadays, and obviously this car also gets side curtain airbags and front airbags as standard. And the rear suspension is actually in this car not independent, it's multi-link type suspension, and the wheel arches get rounded off like treatment. Obviously everything in this car is similar to the regular car, only the gold accents are there, and most of the visual changes are inside, like the interior, which I will show you in a bit after showing the exterior. And obviously the hood also gets all those same kind of design treatment like the regular car. There's the sunroof actually. And now moving to the rear profile of the car, everything is similar. Wraparound LED halogen tail light combination is there, so these lights are actually wraparound. Here is the LED actually, and here are the brake lights. Obviously these are running lights and as such things. So reflectors are there, twin reflectors, also fog lamps are there, and that is the spoiler with the high stop mount LED brake light. Defogger element is obviously there, windshield washer wiper is there. The Tata badging gets gold treatment again, Safari badging also gets gold treatment. So moving to the side again, the wraparound type light, and obviously again more reflector and fog lamp, like rear fog lamp. So twin parking sensors are there. There is also neatly placed parking camera here, which also gets adaptive guideline and all those sorts of things. The spare wheel is down under there. Obviously little bit of like skid plating is done, which are actually plastic. The only disappointing thing about the new Safari is that, according to me, for me actually, I have been like grown like seeing Safari as a 4x4, but this doesn't get 4x4 even with the gold edition, with the adventure edition, and also doesn't get proper like chassis, SUV chassis, and it sits on like Jaguar Land Rover chassis, which is a monocoque chassis. It doesn't get leather type chassis. I don't have any problem with the chassis, but at least 4 should have been given by Tata, and it should have been introduced till now, because Mahindra got their new XUV700. A all-wheel drive variant is there for XUV700, so Tata should work in making the Harrier and Safari 4x4 as fast as possible. And if you haven't seen my XUV video, then it is there up in the pop-up button somewhere. Go check it out, obviously after watching this video. Now coming to the rear again, obviously fake exhaust, which I really don't like. These are fake. The real exhaust is somewhere down under there, so there you can see the real exhaust is there. Obviously you can see the multi-link type suspension, no independent type suspension. Now opening the tailgate or the boot of the car, you have to like press the button here, and again it beeps a lot actually, and it's kind of a bit heavy on the heavier side. So once the third row seats are not like folded to the front, the boot space is very bad actually. And yeah, if the third row is folded like forward, then the boot space is 447 liters, but it's actually flushed. Carpeting also done, light is there obviously. For that, like, you have to fold it like this actually. So this gets folded like this, and then the boot space increases, but not much of an use. So this is problem with 7-seater or 6-seater cars actually. The boot space is very low when the third row seating is like folded up. Obviously twin hydraulic struts are there, all those sorts of things are there, and no, it doesn't closes electrically, you have to manually close it. Soft close is not there in the tailgate actually. The doors actually get soft close function. So moving forward to the interior of the car, again gold accents you can see on the interior door handles. Exterior door handles already shown you. So the doors, obviously this car is big, open wide enough. And yeah, moving forward, there the outside cladding actually covers the whole door, so your clothes on or pants on get dirty. First we got to see that in Nissan Kicks, and also the Nissan Kicks video is somewhere out there in the pop-up button, you can check it out. So paddle lamps are there here with warning light. Is because there, obviously this car gets JBL sound system, which really sounds superb. So JBL written here, Twitter is there. And yeah, leather finishing like door handle or grab handle is there, and also it gets ambient lighting in the door handle situation here. So this thing here is actually soft touch material. Obviously the rear looks roomy and airy because of that beige or white color interior or light color interior, but yeah, it's prone to getting dirty very fast. Obviously pockets are there in all the doors, so this pocket is there here. And let's now move to the interior or the rear seats. For that I have to go from that side. Also this car is 7-seater and 6-seater option is also available, and then going into the third row is much easy with the 6-seater car. And for going into the third row, you have to just lift that up and it folds like that. And yeah, let's move to the rear seating space there. So obviously first let me show all the things. The headliner is really very nice. 3-point seat belts are there. Adjustable headrests are also there for the third row seat, as you can see here, which is really good. Cup holders are there. Twin USB charging ports are there, and again AC like vent is there. So there is also a dome light here, which is LED, really very good. Quarter glass is big enough, you won't feel claustrophobic in the third row. And I'm actually liking this more than the XUV's third row. As you can see, the headroom is good, not that bad for me. So kids will be comfortable here, not adults, because the under thigh support is really very fat. And yeah, 7-seater or 6-seater cars, as I have said you before, are not very great for like under thigh support. And also the knee room is not that great, because let me move to this side, not that great. As you can see, legroom worst. It will be never good in like car of this size with 6-seater or 7-seater configuration. Obviously again cup holder is there, blower like switch is there, and some pockets, more pocket is there. So this hook is actually for the rear like boot area, and it looks sort of flimsy. Light is there obviously. Headliner is really good in this car. Airbag is also there, side curtain airbag. So that's it on the third row seating. Let's now move forward and look into the second row seating. Obviously this car is on bit on the taller side, so you have to do a little bit of work actually to get in and out of the car, and you have to do some work to fold this seat actually. This is the spring mechanism in this seat is really very hard. So yeah, this seat can be also pushed backward like this. And obviously leather type material is given in this car in the XZ Plus Gold Edition, and it also gets perforated type seats. The front seats are obviously ventilated, which is really great feature. And reclining function is not there in this seat actually. So let's move inside. Firstly, this car is tall, so yeah, you have to do some work. And the floor is not that flat, but since the car is big everyone can adjust here. Bench type seat is there, obviously 60-40 split seat, and yeah, adjustable headrests are there. As you can see here, adjustable headrests are there. Headrests are kind of small, but these will actually work. Now moving forward, light is placed there, which are LED, really very good. Grab rail or handle is there with hook, and to that side also same situation, light is placed there. Obviously big sky roof or sunroof, whatever manufacturer nowadays calls. And yeah, 3-point type seat belts are there for both the side passengers, and the middle passenger actually gets simple seat belt. And yeah, there is also armrest here with twin cup holder. I will not be able to show you completely because plastic is there. And the seats are really very comfy, and obviously the side here, the B pillar actually gets the AC vent for both the side passengers, and the doors obviously get soft touch material here. This is actually scratchy type material. JBL is Twitter and speakers are there, and everything seems kind of packed very nicely in the Safari. And yeah, it's obviously a premium car. And the door handle again gets gold accent, and there is a blue color ambient lighting there. Some more space are here, like 1 liter bottle holder, and also some more spacing are there. There you can see the puddle light, it's lighting up. And now moving to the headroom and all those sorts of things. The headroom of the second row is really very good. Above 6 foot person I've seen actually sitting in the second row seat who are comfortable. Obviously it's really very tall in this section. The third row seat may not be great for like taller people, because there is that section there which actually goes down. So little bit of headroom like spacing will be bad, but the under thigh support in that seat is not that good. Talking about the second row seat, the under thigh support for me is really very good. I am around 5'5", lots of leg room, lots of knee room, and obviously the front seats are scooped back or scooped out, and yeah, there is a pocket there. Obviously leather type material in this variant, XG Plus variant, which really is very nice to touch and feel. The front seats obviously get ventilated seats, and most of the changes you will see in the front. I'll show you the front in a bit. Let me just finish the second row sitting area here. So more spaces are there. Twin like USB chargers are there here. So that's everything on the second row, interior spacing and all those sorts of stuff. And now that's the front interior, where most of the changes you will see in the gold edition. So the dashboard area in that like middle section has been completely changed with different materials. It now kind of looks like granite or marble. I will show you in detail. So let me just go to the front now. Now moving to the front, obviously gold chrome accent on the door handle. Request sensor is there for both the driver and co-driver side doors. And yeah, opening the doors again you will see golden accent there. Ambient light is there. Same situation with the door that covers the door sills, which will keep your pants clean. Obviously puddle lamp again. Umbrella holder here, 1 liter bottle holder, speaker placed here, and yeah, soft touch material is around the grab handle here and also around here. So this is the most of the changes that you will see in the gold edition. Lots of chrome accents, and the dashboard, the middle portion area here looks like marble or granite. And obviously the gold accent is also embossed in the headrest here. Nice double stitching is done in the seats, like both front, rear, and also the third row seat, which gets softer type material. And obviously these are ventilated type seats, and yeah, ventilation can be felt. Obviously this is the ventilation can be felt here, around here, which will be really comfortable as days are getting hotter and hotter. Obviously now it's getting winter, but even then. So these are 6-way adjustable, electronically adjustable driver side seat. The co-driver side seat also gets same ventilation kind of thing. Obviously the footwell area gets like 3 pedals, because this is the manual car, as you can see it here. But since the car is big, even though there is no proper foot that pedal situation here in the car itself. And one thing I don't like about the Safari is the center console here is very flimsy. As you can see here, it's very flimsy. Even in the regular model, it's too flimsy. So let's move inside and show you more what are the changes. So let's close the door, and yeah, first of all, the change that we'll see is the dashboard design. it's similar to the regular model, but there is some more like changes. The middle portion area here has been changed, and it kind of looks now like marble and all those sorts of things, like granite, as you can see here. So obviously AC vents get gold accent, and the gold line around here runs across the whole dashboard. So AC vents there, the middle AC vents around the sliders get little bit of gold accent. There's no gold accent in the center console. Obviously there is some black chrome surround around the like mode button, the drive mode button, and also this is the gear lever, which doesn't get leather wrap treatment. So leather wrap treatment is down under here, and obviously electronic parking brake is there, auto hold function is there in this car, traction control is there, obviously hill descent control is there, then different types of drive mode, city mode, and let me show you how this works.
Rough road mode activated.
Okay, auntie, so that's how it works. You just have to rotate the knob. Now moving to other things, the dashboard actually is similar to the regular model, and yeah, scratchy plastic is there, but doesn't looks much premium, and neither it looks cheap. Obviously this is a premium car, so they cannot compromise with all sorts of things. The door panels around here are actually scratchy, top material, and also here, but this doesn't seems like scratchy. This white part actually, or the beige part, it actually gets like a beige color, so it doesn't seem scratchy at all. So moving towards the steering wheel, obviously leather wrap steering wheel, Tata badging actually gets gold treatment. So let me just show you. I won't be removed fully because the dealership won't let me do that. So gold badging is done around here. Obviously cruise control is there to this side, multi-spoke steering wheel, power steering wheel, and the Safari actually gets hydraulic powered steering wheel, not electronic. And yeah, obviously leather wrap treatment is done, nice stitching is done. It feels really very nice to hold the steering wheel, and gold accent more you can see here around the instrument console area. The controls, all sorts of things are similar to the regular model, which I won't be showing you. And yeah, auto function or rain sensing wiper is there in this car, and also auto headlight is there in this car, as you have already seen. The car also gets like adjustable steering wheel, as you can see. So tilt and telescopic is there. Actually the telescopic function needs some effort to do it. So tilt and telescopic adjustable steering wheel is there in this car. Obviously that's the digital analog instrument cluster, which you have also seen in the new Punch, has been carried over to the new Punch, and the Punch video is there in the pop-up button somewhere out there. You can see it or check it out. Obviously lot more leather is there, and yeah, nice stitching is done here. Center console area, the armrest is really very good. It doesn't seem very flimsy. Obviously cool function is there here, and 12-volt socket is there. Two USB type ports are there. There are twin cup holders. Actually there are 3 cup holders because middle also there, but it will act as twin cup holder. Obviously there is some rubber to hold your cups nicely so they doesn't fly away. And yeah, all those sorts of things I have already shown you. So there are some more leather type finishing here at the grab rail or grab handle around the center console. The thing that I don't like about the center console are the panels down here. So these are really very flimsy, you can see. So these will vibrate actually after some time of uses. So moving to the glove box, obviously deep enough you can keep a laptop here, 14-inch laptop here, obviously gets light. So Tata glove box are always similar to all the cars, so all the Tata cars actually, and paperwork can be kept here. So 14-inch laptop can be easily kept here in the top shelf. So yeah, cool function is there in this glove box. Now moving to the sunsets, the driver side sunset doesn't get vanity mirror as such, but these are actually big, and let's see how it will stop the side. No, it will do little bit of work, but not as a little bit of portion around here is left out, but it will actually work because most of the time you will be driving in this area, not like laid back. And yeah, moving to the co-driver side sunset, again vanity mirror is there along with light placed, so which is really good. This also same kind of situation, little bit of area left out there. So these are the controls for the sunroof and all those sorts of things. So sunroof can be accessed from here. So this is the sunset control. Obviously you can see this can also be accessed via voice command or as such things. So yeah, won't be like showing you all those sorts of things. So this opens up from here, and skyroof, sunroof, whatever you call it, whatever the manufacturer call it. The interior IRVM or inside rear view mirrors get auto dimming function, and yeah, auto rain sensing wipers are also there. So this is the 8-inch floating the touchscreen infotainment system which we have seen with all the Tata cars. It is actually really very good, but I won't be showing you all the things here, and obviously there are some more buttons here.
Economy drive mode activated.
Obviously every sort of things are there.
City
fog
drive
lights.
mode activated.
So you can like select the mode button from here also. Why two buttons are given, I don't know, I don't understand why they are given, but yeah. So these are the AC controls here. Auto AC function is there obviously, and yeah, here a nice knob is there which I actually like. And yeah, for like for the blower control are actually button, not knobs, and I love the fact that there is actual knob for increasing and decreasing the volume, which I absolutely love. Obviously there are steering mounted controls are there. So that's everything on the interior of the new Tata Safari Gold Edition. Obviously there are more airbags that I forgot to show you. The B-pillar gate airbag and side curtain airbags are there. Airbags are also on the A pillar there, A pillar here. So yeah, that's everything on the interior of the Gold Edition. So let's now move to the outside and show you and tell you a little bit about the engine. It's similar to the regular Safari, but I'll obviously tell you about the engine. So let's do that. So that's the engine bay of the car obviously, and that's the hood. The hood is really very big and also very heavy, and you can see only a single strut there, no hydraulic struts. The previous generation Safari, the Daiker and also the Storm used to come with hydraulic struts, but not in this new generation Safari. Obviously cost cutting has been done, and it's a premium car. Hydraulic struts could have been given. Also the new XUV700 doesn't get hydraulic struts, even though the Scorpio gets hydraulic struts, but not the new XUV700. Now moving forward to the Gold Edition of the Safari. So moving to the engine bay, lot much spaces, blank spaces can be seen, really very packed nicely. Also reinforcing is done. Obviously Tata cars are known for their safety ratings and all those sorts of stuff. And yeah, moving forward to the engine, this is the 2-liter turbo diesel engine, 4-cylinder obviously, and it's the Kyrotech 170. So it makes 170 horsepower and 350 newton meters of torque, and this particular variant comes mated or came mated with 6-speed gearbox, and the engine also gets or comes mated with automatic gearbox, which is actually torque converter. So yeah, this variant, the 6-speed manual variant, also gets drive modes, traction control, ESP, all those sorts of things. So that was everything about the interior and exterior details of the Tata Safari Gold Edition. If you are watching the video till now, make sure you like the video, and like always, if you are new to the channel, then don't forget to subscribe to the channel and also press that bell notification icon so that you get notified every single time I upload a new video to this channel. With that said, that's it for today. Bye.